And now, my number 3 favorite movie of all time is Scarface. Where to begin with this movie? This movie is quote central. I feel I can't, but I feel like I can quote everything from this movie. I just love every line is gold almost, and this is Al Pacino's, but my favorite Al Pacino performance, I should say, and he's just the man in this movie, and he's an anti-hero, to be fair, but he's still sort of like, I wish I could be him, even though I wish I wouldn't die at the end. But he's really cool, and the movie is really really long. Actually, it's 2 hours and 47 minutes or something, and it's not as like quick or action packed as one might think, but it's like there comes a part in the movie later on where it's like 2 hour mark or something, where it feels like, because at the early on it builds to like tempo or whatever, and then it just kind of slowly descends into this kind of like when he's just on coke and everything. And there's this one scene in the restaurant when his wife Elvira leaves him, and there everything feels really like we've been here on this journey for a long time. And at first I was like, this is starting to get a little boring now, but now I just appreciate it. I've seen it 10 times or whatever. Also in that scene there's another one of my underappreciated lines where it's just really funny, because Elvira tells Tony off basically, but then he's just like, "You're stoned, go home," and she's like, "I'm not stoned, you're stoned." There's something about Tony Montana's dialect that is just irresistible, and of course, "Say hello to my little friend." Extremely memorable. Whenever I watch this movie now, I can't. It's very hard to stop myself from just quoting along with everything. But in terms of story, I really do enjoy the rise and fall. Basically, it's a really basic story in that way. But I'd say one of my favorite elements of it is his sister, not Elvira, Gina. She is his the light of his life or whatever, because she represents the purity and everything that Manny goes over that in the movie. So he's really overprotective of her, of course, really jealous, whatever. He turns into a jealous lover, even though he's not her lover, obviously. But there is kind of this weird semi-incestuous thing going on. He just, but you feel the love that you have for each other anyway. On the other hand, with the other woman, Elvira, you don't feel the love really. He just sort of comes onto her, and then she blows him off. But then he's like, with the right woman, they're not stopping me. I could go right to the top. And she's like, don't have anything better to do. Also, it's funny that he gives her time to think about it, but then he kills Frank, and then just, "You're coming with me." So, I guess he takes that decision for her in the end. Everyone in this movie does a great job. Frank Lopez, Robert Loggia, Stephen Bauer, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Michelle Pfeiffer in one of her earlier roles, coming off of Grease 2. I don't know. It's a classic movie for a lot of people, especially rappers, it seems. I just not entirely sure how to describe everything I love, but it's just another one of those I love from beginning to end, especially end, because the final shootout is amazing, and it should definitely, whenever anyone makes a top 10 shootouts in movies, they should put that at, if not the top, then top 3, because it's just it's such a release for everyone involved. It's just it's like, yeah, he's gonna take as many as he can before he. "You think you could take me? You need a fucking army. You gonna take me? You hear? You take you out the fucking out." And the game is also good. So watch the movie and play the game right after. It'll be even better. Yeah, this movie means a lot to me, and I watch it. I don't watch it that much, honestly, just because it's so good. I don't want to wear it out. I watch it maybe once per year, or whenever I get a new TV of some kind. I sort of break it in by watching Scarface. Yeah, it's a movie that will always be with me.